myself being able to say that I have helped people pre-plan funerals for 30 years. I know I'm only 34, right? How can this be? But I have been helping the community pre-plan young, more mature, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. Every single person can pre-plan their funeral. And you can do it with a company that you know, that you trust, that's been here supporting you for many years. Many times families come in and they're having some difficulty, and I feel bad because I need to get to these places to help people understand that you can just take your time, make easy, low monthly payments, and not have the hardship at the time of death. So sometimes when someone passes, the pain is just overwhelming, and it's intensified by the fact that we have to figure out how we're going to pay. Well, we at Congo Funeral Home want to support you in every way possible, also by giving you options to prepay your funeral. There are no health questions that would disqualify you. There's no amount of money. We will work it out so that it happens for you. So please call me, 302-652-8887 or 218-8632. And I want you to know that I'm available to come talk to your church group, your community group, just your family if you like, because it's important that we get this information out to as many people as possible so we can help everyone feel the peace that some of us feel once we know that we're securely covered. So please give me a call and I will help.
Okay, and also I just want to mention that if you ever need information about any of our upcoming funeral services, please go to www.congofuneralhome.com. Again, that website address is www.congofuneralhome.com. You will be able to leave a condolence for the family. You will be able to see the upcoming services. So you can send flowers. You can send flowers right from our website. You can light a candle in memory of a loved one. But again, if you need more information, you can always call us at 652-8887. But if you just want to go to our website, it is www.congofuneralhome.com.
Hi, Cherry Congo again, and I just wanted to reiterate some of the services that we offer at our administrative office at 2904 West 2nd Street, in addition to, of course, making your funeral arrangements. If you have to get something notarized, we have 3 different notaries public on site, so come on over, give us a call first, of course, and let us know that you need something notarized. We'll be glad to take care of it. If you need something faxed, just come, give us a call again, and we'll be glad to fax something to wherever you would like. Any kind of services that we can accommodate for you, we're here for you, and we'll be glad to do it. So just remember us. Our telephone number is 302-652-8887. The email address is congofuneralhome@aol.com. Okay? See you.
Welcome to Congo Community Spotlight. I'm Kim, and I believe it is important that we share knowledge with the community, which is why we are doing so much. Hopefully everybody's patronizing Organic Central. We saw the organic market. We have a lot of people in the city who are doing great things, and we need to ensure that our community stays strong by supporting our community. So with that in mind, I have the fabulous, wonderful, great, one of my new sheroes. Well, she's been my shero for a minute now, Miss Velda Potter. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello. Oh, it's so good to be with you.
Yes. I'm always excited because I hope, they say that the people that you're in contact with, you get your group and it starts to rub off. Yeah. So I'm expecting some of your stuff to rub off on me. So I'm coming up, that. So that's important, you guys. You got to stay in the right circle and stay around the right people so you can keep learning. And you're such a wealth of knowledge and just have always been great for everything that you do. And I'm going to, before we start, I'm going to share this because I recently found out that you were Miss PS.
I was. Boy, does that take me back. But I was.
Yes.
Those were the days when you walk to school with your classmates, and the teachers just loved on you.
Yes, yes.
All the while they're spanking your hand and,
Exactly,
and telling
right.
you. And PS was that kind of place. And we had so many things that our teachers would introduce us
Right,
to.
yes.
Our marching band was phenomenal.
That's it. And those are the times, we remember all of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was talking to some, of course, I'm bragging about you, and they said, I remember when she was Miss PS. I was like, what? I never knew that. So,
and that, that was a big competition at the school. And you had to do like a talent kind of
Wow.
thing. And I was like, people could sing and they could dance and they could do, all sorts of talent.
Right.
So I went home. My mom often will kind of laugh about this even now. And I was like, well, Mommy, I'm going to be in this Miss PS pageant, but I can't sing and I can't dance. And she said, you can talk.
I heard that.
And so I put together a monologue.
Wow.
Of Dr. King's mother
Uh-huh.
in her near her last moments of life, and her reminiscing about her son, and that's what I did as the
Wow.
talent. So good.
And obviously you blew them out. Like,
yeah.
as
So those
usual.
were really good fun times. Just
Yes.
nice memories.
And I always say that. I say that when you watch somebody, that character that they have kind of carries through. You can't be surprised at who you are today. That's who you've always been. So that shows that from way back when, from high school even, So,
Yeah.
wow, that's amazing.
That was fun.
Yes.
And we have, that's one of the things that I so regret right now that we lost in our community.
Yes.
Are our schools, our
Yes.
local neighborhood schools.
Yes.
We raised our sons right in the community where PS would be the school they would walk to.
Right, yes.
And it just saddened that they didn't get to have that experience, and that our children in our neighborhoods aren't getting that experience
Yes,
now.
yes.
I just think that would make such a difference in our sense of community,
Yes.
in parent involvement,
Right.
in social relationships among the
Yeah,
kids, because
yes.
when you play together, you walk to school together,
That's it.
you walk home together, you become friends.
Yes.
You have your little spats.
Right. But
And then you
it's
walk
over.
together tomorrow.
Exactly. And it's
As
over.
if it never happened.
Right. Yes.
But our children don't have the benefit of that today. Somebody can live 2 doors away from you, and they're going all the way down to Glasgow, and
Right.
you're going north to a school somewhere, so you don't really get to know each other.
The same way
And
that
not
we
in the
did
same way.
growing up, and just all having
Yeah.
fun and not knowing, who was what or where.
Yeah.
And I always liked, so, all right, this is confession time. I would sometimes leave school and go hang out at PS.
Okay.
PS was fun. And it was a different sense of community, and everybody knows everybody. And, even now when you talk to people, they can still remember each other from George Gray.
Yes.
It's like, we all went to George Gray together. I'm like, wow. So,
yeah, and
yeah.
especially not having a public high school in
yes,
the city.
yes, that's major.
It is really,
It really
really
is.
major.
It is.
And I'm praying that we will have that again sometime sooner rather than later.
Yes,
I pray.
me as well. I think that it's just important, and it's criminal to me. I personally have always felt that way, that we lost the schools that our children, that we all went to. So we lost Delaware, we lost Wilmington High, we lost PS. Well,
Yes, we did. That was
it. Like, and
then
nobody
Howard
knows nobody.
is still there, but it's reconfigured. It's
Yes.
it wasn't a vocational school back when we were in school. It was a
Right,
general public school,
exactly.
just like the others. And now not only is it a vocational school, but in some ways it's a very selective
Right.
vocational
Yes.
school. So the dynamics are just so different.
It is so much different than years ago.
Yeah.
You know, when it's amazing because our children in community, they don't even realize, you know, kind of what they're missing. And I think that would even help with going outside because you had to walk.
Yeah.
So maybe, you know, they couldn't walk and just hold your phone and your tablet the whole way there. Because now we know it's always a device of some kind in everybody's hand. So as they ride the bus, you know, they're just on their device and they're just,
the exercise alone and walking, you know.
Yeah.
We're walking from East Lawn Avenue all the way to PS. That was a hike.
That's a hike.
But you made that hike.
But you made that hike in every weather, right? Yes.
Yeah.
It was just what was going to happen.
Exactly.
You know? And definitely expected. You left home in enough time to get there. You just did what you were supposed to do.
That's right.
Yes.
And then, you know, practices and your extracurricular activities, you hang out like in the building for a bit till your band practice or whatever started, your football practice. And it was just a very different time, a good time.
Yes.
With a lot of that wholesomeness that we could just use so much of again.
Yes. And I just had to bring that up because, again, I believe that that still demonstrates who you've always been. So you stood out then as you do now as a leader. And just that. So I didn't know that you had to have a talent, but to know that
I didn't really have
even
one,
then you still were, you know, you said, let me get creative here. And
it
did it. And it worked and impressed a whole. And if we know that's not an easy group to impress.
Right.
Especially if you're competing with dancers and singers, and some of those people could sing, I'm sure. You didn't have singers in there, you had singers.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
So I congratulate you now. It was just really nice to hear that when I was giving that over the weekend. However, I do want to talk about everything that's going on in the city and help people understand what's happening, how important it is, and to really pay attention to what's being done and focus on what's happening. You know, sometimes people kind of put other things in your way and you get sidetracked. We don't want to get sidetracked. We want to focus on the issues and make smart decisions because we have good information. And I think I like the fact that you always provide good information. So give us some.
Okay. Well, you know, I just truly believe, information is power.
Yes.
And I believe in empowering people.
Yes.
I want people to know as much as they can about whatever's going on because I can't say it enough. It's our city.
Yes,
it belongs to the people.
Yes.
And so it's important that the people know what's happening and can weigh in on their opinion on things. There is really a very important issue, an important matter that's pending right now that City Council is entertaining, perhaps a change in the law related to it. And you may hear the word residency. So what is residency? There is a law on the books that has been there for generations on generations. And what it says is, if someone works for the City of Wilmington as a City of Wilmington employee, they must live in the City of Wilmington limits. They have up to 6 months to move into the city once they're hired.
Okay.
So you can be hired from anywhere outside the city, but you have to move into the city within 6 months. And originally, the requirement was that you had to live in the city for the duration of your employment. If you were employed for 32 years, you had to live in the city for 32 years. That isn't the case now. Over the years, the councils have reduced it down to, at one time it was 10 years, now it's 5 years.
Okay.
But longstanding, very common among other cities, states, other municipalities. Philadelphia, for example, still has the requirement that you have to live for the duration of your
Wow, okay.
employment. And so why would a municipality have that? Several reasons. One of the really kind of most obvious ones is if you live somewhere, you tend to be very vested in it.
Yes.
So you get to know the community, you're part of the community, you care about the community.
Yes.
You know your neighbors, they know you. You have to abide by the kind of policies that you help put in place.
Right. Right.
So you think twice about, how it's all going to work because you have to live with it as well as
Everyone
as well as everyone else. But there are also some financial and economic reasons too. So people who work for the city are paid out of taxpayer dollars. And when those dollars are paid out to I think it's about 1,100 city employees.
Wow.
And the next time I will have the figure
Okay.
on the top of
All
my
right.
head of what that total salary is. But the total of the salary paid to city employees, if they all live in the city, all comes back into the city.
Back
It all
into the
stays
city.
in the
Yes,
city.
yes.
And it turns over. If you own your home or if you rent, you're paying utilities, you're shopping at the grocery store that probably isn't too far away.
Right.
You're doing daily life and that money is turning over. So that's helping to keep the city economically, vital
Right.
and vibrant. So there are lots of reasons for people who work in the city to live in the city. It puts you close in proximity to work.
That's it. That makes good sense.
Yeah,
That's always
and,
easy.
Yeah, and a lot of our city workers are essential. So when there are power outages or snow emergencies, fire emergencies, and people need to get to that source quickly, not such a bad thing that they live pretty,
Right.
pretty
Yes.
nearby. Police officers, it's long felt that if you're in a law enforcement role and you live in the community that you're responsible for and have the authority to enforce the law, that you come to know the culture of that community.
Yes,
They
yeah.
know you. Just the relationships are can be healthier when you have that kind of role. So lots of reasons why it makes sense. So why is it being entertained now as something to potentially change? The current mayor, contends that he and his administration are not able to fill some 100 and something positions.
Wow.
That there aren't people within the city of Wilmington limits to take these jobs.
That's interesting.
Now, the city of Wilmington has a 11% unemployment rate. And so there are a lot of people who need jobs.
Yes.
And then there are also people who aren't unemployed, but they feel like they're underemployed. They would like to make more money. They'd like to move into a more competitive role.
Right.
So I don't buy at all that the city of Wilmington doesn't have people who are ready, willing, and able to move into these positions. So so the challenge that I make to the administration is first in the form of a question: what's really been done to attempt to fill the positions? Well, let me back up for a moment. The first challenge I make is a concern that the perceived solution, if you are having difficulty filling positions, that the solution is to hire from outside
Rather than
rather than train rather than aggressively recruit,
Right.
rather than all of that. And so then that takes me to, and so what has been being done. It was very disappointing to look on the city's website and only see 15 positions advertised. So for my math, it's like if I'm trying to fill 110 positions,
Wow.
and I'm saying I have difficulty filling them, I'd have all 110 on the website.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
That
wouldn't
makes
just
sense.
have
15. Yeah.
just have 15
How
on
you
the
going to fill
website.
110 if you're only showing 15?
15.
And that's a little interesting.
Yeah, and so that to me that's like bare minimum. And then I'm asked, so people can't apply for something they don't know about.
Right.
So, I have 13 council people who are the direct link and contact to the public through civic associations, through all of their networks throughout this community. And until the day of the vote, which was last Thursday, the council members had not seen the list of 110 positions.
Wow.
So, again, how much effort is really going
Yes.
into it? So that takes me, kind of takes me to step number 2. And then I immediately go into solution mode.
Right.
It's like, okay, if that is a challenge, though I don't necessarily see
Right.
that it is, but if it is, so what are some of the things that I would say maybe we ought to be doing,
Right.
that I would be looking to do? We mentioned apprenticeship and training programs.
Yes.
I mean, that's an absolute basic.
Yes.
For any of the technical positions, mechanics, any of those kinds of electricians, let's get our people ready and trained. We mentioned the Howard High School.
Yes. Right there.
They produce young people who already have those fundamental skills. And surely we could take those and tailor them to the city's
Right.
structure
Yes.
and and what's needed there. When I look at some of the positions, so the public will know, they range from, in salary, from like $31,000. Now, mind you, that's for part-time position.
Right.
That's for like a crossing guard position.
Okay.
Up to $107,000.
Wow.
And the average seems to be in the range of about $65,000. Those are good paying jobs.
Those are good paying jobs. That would really help a lot of families.
A lot of families.
Yes.
The city pays benefits.
Oh yeah, that's big.
Provides
Yes.
a very good benefit program, healthcare benefit. One of the few places where people still earn a pension.
Okay, yes, that's big.
And those things are
Yes.
major. I can't believe that we don't have people in this city who would love that kind of work, and certainly who are talented and capable for doing it. And so some of the examples that come to my mind are the crossing guard
Yes.
work. So we have college students right down the street.
Yes.
Del Tech,
That's it.
Wilmington University.
Yes.
That's a job that you come for a couple of hours in the morning, then you have pretty much the whole day open, and then you come back when the kids are being let out of school. I think college students might love to be able to earn an income,
Yes.
help fund their college education, but still be able to be really literally a full-time collge student.
Yes.
Because they can plan their courses
Around their work
around
time.
their work
That
around their
makes
work
sense.
time.
That makes sense.
Um,
And then seniors. I know a lot of people who are retiring who say, I just want to do a little something.
yes,
I don't want to do a lot. I just want to do a little something, enough to keep me active.
That's
So,
right.
yeah,
And that's
so
a perfect kind of role
Yes.
for them. Not to mention that interaction with those young people
Yes, yes.
that we just talked about.
Right,
Being
yeah.
able to impart to them,
Right.
all that good stuff that that
And you
they
know
got when they
these
were
young
growing
people,
up.
you know your community, you can
Yes.
guide them because we see them
Exactly.
all the time. And then they
Exactly.
learn to respect and, because they see people who care about
Who
them.
care
and-
about
yeah,
them.
So that makes a
Yeah.
big difference.
And I at the city council meeting that was held on Thursday of last week, I gave some advice, offered some advice to the administration, and it was around this specific group of talented people who the city has over some years invested in. And those are our children who are attending HBCU
Okay, yes.
institutions, the historically black
Yes.
colleges and universities. And many of you may be familiar with HBCU Week.
Right?
It is a phenomenal,
Yes.
phenomenal
Yeah.
program
It really is.
that is funding college scholarships for some outstanding students.
Yes.
And I want to be very clear that I support HBCU and that program.
Yes.
And all that it's doing. And as mayor of this city, I will continue to do that. The challenge that I make to the administration is how well or whether the talent is being tapped
Right.
to
that
come
makes
back
sense.
to the
Yes.
city.
Yes.
Are we hiring those young people? Because we're making an investment there.
Right.
And we want the best and the brightest.
Yes.
And they are among
They
our best
are.
and our brightest.
Yes.
So why not bring them here and offer them some of what I just happen to have here?
Good.
some of the positions. And I further suggest that in addition to just hiring them, let's give them a real incentive to come home, to come here.
Right.
So we have the land bank
Okay,
that has a
yes.
lot of homes in
Yes.
it that are vacant, in dire need of repair. They're not livable for the most part. Those homes are currently being given out to private institutions or individual contractors and the
Oh, really?
like,
Okay.
and they're rehabbing them, and then renting them out or maybe selling them. They're putting them back online for people to live in them, sometimes and often for profit, and that's okay.
And that's fine.
That's
yeah.
fine. But what I suggest is we incentivize these young students from all the colleges and marry them up give them a home out of the land bank.
That makes sense.
It's a homesteading program, much like was done many years ago.
That's it.
And when they take their job offer letter, their acceptance letter to the bank, they're able to get a loan, let's say $50,000, $60,000 easily on the kinds of incomes we're talking about. And that's enough for them to completely rehabilitate many of these homes and live there.
That's it. Yes.
So those are the kinds of, I think, ways we should be leveraging great programs like HBCU Week. Great relationships like with Wilmington University, with Del Tech, with Howard Career Center, with the apprenticeship programs like P2A and P2B. With all of these workforce opportunities and avenues, there should be absolutely no reason that we're not able to fill positions for this city. And an inability to fill those positions should absolutely not be a reason and a rationale to push the borders out and remove or reduce the residency requirement.
I agree 100%. And I hope that everyone can understand, and again, doesn't get sidetracked. So sometimes people will kind of start a ruckus. We say, you see things happening sometimes in the on TV and with different things, and somebody will say something big is going on somewhere and we're getting distracted. So sometimes that happens, and we really need to pay attention and just focus on ourselves. You know, everybody keeps talking about self-care. I think this is a great opportunity for the citizens of Wilmington to take some of that self-care and to say, hey, how do I make certain that the people who are representing me are doing what I need them to do and caring about what happens to us, to our children, to our grandchildren, to these people who actually live here. Again, you hear, I get to hear lots of stuff. I hear it all the time. It's like, what? And I do absolutely no news. So, you know, I work in a funeral home, and I think you get kind of overwhelmed with stuff sometimes. So I stay out of all news, but I still get information. So people who know that will say, hey, Kim, did you know this is going on and that's going on? And that's important, that we share what we're hearing now, that the things that we don't understand, that we contact our city council person and say, help me understand what's going on and how you feel about it. And know exactly what they're saying, because they are representing you. And so you should know what they think and make sure that you guys all have the same thing going on. I challenge everybody in every civic association, every community group, to contact those people and have them come and speak and ask the hard questions. Sometimes we just want to bake or cook or, you know, do fun stuff. And that's important, but we still need to get to the hard questions so that we can ensure our community is going to stay our community. I think that a lot of great things are happening in Wilmington, and we want to be sure that they continue. And so we want to make certain that we use our voice. We have a voice. Let's use our voice. We are getting a lot of great information about just who we are. We had an author on last week who took time to write stories about people who look like him. And it's important that we see all of those things. In order to have that happen, you gotta be able to, this gentleman had a job, so he had time to write, you know, so sometimes we have to put things in place so that we can still take care of ourselves, so that we can guide people in the right direction. There are programs that we need to know about. So now, this is my question. If there are only 15 jobs on the website, how do people find out what some of the other jobs are? Do you know?
Well, I have been checking the website, and I don't see that they have been updated with all 110. So I'm hereby encouraging the administration to please post all the jobs that you are seeking to fill. I have all the council people now have lists.
Okay, so your council
you can
people
certainly contact the council person for your area or any of the at-large. I'm going to be posting it on my website.
Great.
So you'll be able to check veldaformayor.com on the website and see it there. I have put it out on my Facebook. But prior to and other than that, they really wouldn't be able to, and that's that's
and that's what we don't want.
What we don't want.
We want to be able to have the information. We want to know what jobs are there. If you have 110, we want to say, okay, it's, let's update them. Let's get them out here. Let's fill these jobs. Let's see who's qualified here. Let's have a job fair. Why can't we have a job
many
fair?
Places across the city. Yeah, right in the neighborhoods.
Right.
Where people live.
And let people understand it, because it could be something that's right there that you're qualified to do, but you don't know it's there.
That's right.
And so how do we move forward? There are a lot of programs in the city. We had, I'm going to count on Abby here to help me. Was it NorCare? What was that? The computer program. Nerdicare. So they are giving a lot of young people free technical education, and you're getting experience so that you may qualify for something here. So that's a think it was at the very most a 16-week program that would allow you to qualify for a job.
Yes.
So let's take advantage of every single thing that's out there and just start becoming better citizens.
Yeah,
And enjoying it. Just think how much fun it is and how much confidence and pride you have when you are doing something that you like, because sometimes we're in positions that we don't like. So this gives us an opportunity to see something and say, hey, you know what, I've always liked this. I've always, was interested in this. Let me see what it takes to be able to do this. Yeah, so let's try and do some things that we enjoy, and then we can be happier all the time. I always like love, peace, and happiness. I think that's so important. And when you're angry, you can't get a job. You're the kids. Everybody gets angry because it's frustrating.
Well, and that's so fundamental.
Yes.
As people in our community, as our employment and our housing goes and our education, so goes our community.
Yes.
So we need people. We want people to be productive, and affording housing and all the fun that goes with that, and all the opportunity for them and their families.
Yes.
It doesn't just change the life of the individual who's employed and who's working, but it changes the life of their family,
everybody,
of their children.
Yes.
Health insurance.
Yes.
Health insurance is expensive, and a job that provides health insurance as part of your benefit package is in some ways priceless
It
nowadays.
really is. Yes. That's big.
Yeah, and to be able to make sure that you and your family members are able to get the health care that you need, that's significant. And wanting that for people within the city who are paying the taxes for that
Exactly.
is frankly my personal bias.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just be honest and straight up about it. Is I want that for Wilmington.
Right.
For Wilmington residents. I want people who may live outside of Wilmington now, have an interest and qualify for the positions, to become hired and then become a Wilmington resident.
Yes.
And as you live here 5 years and you plant your roots in this city and you come to love how beautiful it is, and how nice it is to know your neighbors, that even after 5 years you want to stay here.
Right.
That's the aim. That's the goal.
Yes. And because it is nice, we see people who like to bike to work. I know recently my daughter just moved, I think like 2 miles from her job or something like that, because in weather and things that are different, she wants to still be able to get to work and not have to spend all that time, going here and there.
Yes.
So I think it really is important. We're revitalizing our parks. We're doing a lot to make certain that Wilmington is a nice place to be. So now let's take it to the next step.
That's right.
Let's have the residents come in. And we're building, it's so much housing going up everywhere in Wilmington. So that's a perfect opportunity to bring people in.
Right.
And they would, if they get a job, they can pay the rent. So, I think it all makes sense.
I think so.
Yeah. So hopefully you do. And if there's any part, because I know sometimes it's like, I never heard this residency stuff before. What does it mean? What is it? How's it really working? And even in the discussion tonight, if it still seems, I still don't understand, please call. I think that, again, you can call your city council person. You can't get through. I'm going to tell you that, I can't keep saying call my brother, but he's a city council person. But it's important that you do understand so that you can hold people accountable, so that we can make decisions that benefit us. It really is important. And when I say us, I mean people in the city of Wilmington. So I haven't when I was born, I lived in the city of Wilmington. I lived on 6th and Harrison, and I always tease everybody who lived on 6th and Harrison has babysat for me. I don't know what was going on. I guess my mom was really working hard. My parents were working, because every time I meet somebody, they be like, I used to babysit you. I'm like, my gosh, she just and I think that speaks a lot to how the community was then.
It does,
because you felt fine, just I got to run here and there, your neighbor, so a lot of times I hear that my neighbor, my next door neighbor, and all her family watch me, you know. So,
but you're right about that. That was so common. That was that village that we had.
Yes,
because I run into people all the time that I used to babysit, and some of them I say, yeah, but I was like your same age. I was babysitting.
Exactly, right. So, and it is so important. Wonderful. And so I'm thankful that village put into me. And I think it's so important because you get so many different aspects. So you see a lot of people and you want more than one opinion on anything and everything. And so I think that the blend of everybody who has put into you, as they tease, I used to ride my bike and they used to tease me about my little bell on my bike and all my fun stuff. But it was just all in fun. And I felt comfortable. I got out of school. I went to the neighbor's house, So I think that just as we develop the city, as people are with jobs, as people are able to do different things, and empower themselves more, we'll see a better quality of what Wilmington can be everywhere, not just in pockets. That we want the entire city to have everything. We want the entire school system to have everything. I know when I first moved back to Delaware from Florida, it was because schools are everywhere. I was like, okay, where will my child go to school? And it was just, I couldn't understand how two schools in the same district could be an F and an A. I was like, this doesn't make sense to me. Somebody help me understand. And I learned it was about community. And I thought, something's a little stinky here. However, we can change that.
Yes, we can.
We can surely change that. We are able to, through jobs. Because if you have the job, then you're able to make more money. Maybe you don't have to work 3 jobs anymore. So let's do all we can to get our list, to get our city, and hold people accountable for what they should do. All right. Stand by. We will be right back. Hi, I'm Kim, and I am a part of the Congo Funeral Home team. My part is to help people pre-plan their funerals. Congo Funeral Home has been serving the community for many years, and now I find myself being able to say that I have helped people pre-plan funerals for 30 years. I know I'm only 34, right? How can this be? But I have been helping the community pre-plan young, more mature, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. Every single person can pre-plan their funeral. And you can do it with a company that you know, that you trust, that's been here supporting you for many years. Many times families come in and they're having some difficulty, and I feel bad because I need to get to these places to help people understand that you can just take your time, make easy, low monthly payments, and not have the hardship at the time of death. So sometimes when someone passes, the pain is just overwhelming, and it's intensified by the fact that we have to figure out how we're going to pay. Well, we at Congo Funeral Home want to support you in every way possible, also by giving you options to prepay your funeral. There are no health questions that would disqualify you. There's no amount of money. We will work it out so that it happens for you. So please call me, 302-652-8887 or 218-8632. And I want you to know that I'm available to come talk to your church group, your community group, just your family if you like. because it's important that we get this information out to as many people as possible so we can help everyone feel the peace that some of us feel once we know that we're securely covered. So please give me a call and I will help.
Hi, Cherry Congo again, and I just wanted to reiterate some of the services that we offer at our administrative office at 2904 West 2nd Street, in addition to, of course, making your funeral arrangements. If you have to get something notarized, we have 3 different notaries public on site, so come on over, give us a call first, of course, and let us know that you need something notarized. We'll be glad to take care of it. If you need something faxed, just come, give us a call again, and we'll be glad to fax something to wherever you would like. Any kind of services that we can accommodate for you, we're here for you, and we'll be glad to do it. So just remember us. Our telephone number is 302-652-8887. The email address is congofuneralhome@aol.com. Okay? See you soon.
Welcome back. Again, we have Mrs. Velda Potter here with us, and we know that she is running for mayor.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about how we can support, what things you have going on, what can we expect? Like I say, when I say hold people accountable, if anybody knows me, they will know I hold everybody accountable, which is sometimes why it work in some places. I'm not as popular. I love and give love all the time, and I really mean that. But I do expect excellence. I really want people to do their best.
Yeah.
I do. When you're doing something, I think that you should always give your best. You should feel that way. You should love that way. Like,
I agree.
it feels good to give your best. I don't understand when you don't do it. So trust and believe. If I'm supporting somebody, I want their best. So
Yes.
I want your best too. So believe that.
Yes.
So tell us though how we can support you and then what we can expect.
Okay. So,
Support.
Support. Okay,
Yes,
support first. Support, I'll give you an example. Last week, I had a fundraiser, and I can't say enough how important it is to have funding to run the campaign. Yard signs, billboards, attending events, getting printed materials, doing mailings, all those things are cost. And so last Wednesday at really a new restaurant down at the
Yes.
riverfront called Keem's Cuisine. Keem's, the young entrepreneur there, hosted a phenomenal fundraising event. The venue was so comfortable.
Yes.
It's a soul food menu, cornbread, greens, mac and cheese, trying to think what else, fried chicken.
Yes.
I mean, but just top shelf chef there. So I encourage you to please support him.
Yes.
His restaurant is located right in the same shopping center as the ShopRite on 409 South Walnut Street. And so that's a way to help and support, and at the same time, I think have fun.
Yes,
because
it was
people who were
fun.
there, I think, really
Yeah,
had a good time.
And you connect and you see people and I know I actually met someone who had called, I talked to her over the phone, answering the phones at the funeral home, and I asked her for her phone number. When she gave me her phone number, I was like, "You're already in my phone." So that was a lot of fun
Yes.
as it goes. And
You meet people, you get
Yes.
to network.
Yes.
So it's a fun way to support
It is.
and be a part of the campaign. You can go onto my website and sign up if you'd like to help with things like making phone calls, helping with door knocking, all of those sort of things, passing out flyers. And the website is veldaformayor.com. And, and I always say just good karma.
yes, yes, that's it.
Prayers for,
Yes.
goodwill
That's
and
it.
all always helps.
Yes.
But so lots of ways that you can support and help. Tell people if you see and hear things about my the work I'm doing, the platform I have, and you are a supporter, tell 5 other people.
Yes.
Because they listen to friends and
Right,
family.
right.
And that will lead them to maybe take a look. So
Right.
all those are ways to help and support.
And it's so important that we understand, because I don't think people get, like, why, honestly, when we say fundraising, how much it really takes and how hard it really is, and how important it is that the fundraising is available to help you. Because we'll see and suddenly say, well, she don't have no yard signs out there. Well, I haven't seen anything.
Right.
But it's hard to just, do all of that and make them all appear
Yes.
that way without any fun, without any support. And
Yes.
so there's so many things that we lend ourselves to. I think it's important that we take this stretch to, and just do a little something for what you believe in. I always say, and I've seen it lots of times, okay, so we know I work at the funeral home, but I've seen times where the community has come out to support someone who was in need of help with a loved one, and just by $5 or $10, people would get off the bus, come and drop some money off and do
Yeah.
whatever. I don't want you to think, if you're not giving a lot, that it's not working. I said that part to say, people gave small amounts, and it's still, because there are so many people giving,
Yes.
it's still added up to take care of what the need was.
Yes.
So I think that's important to know that whatever you can give is in love and is with
That's
good
right.
vibes and good karma is surely appreciated.
It is.
Yeah.
And it goes such a long way.
Yes.
It really does.
So that
So-
part of it is important. And we've had fun talking a lot, and now we're out of time.
That's
But I want you to come back again and
Okay,
visit more
I will.
often, because I think it really is important that we continue to update people on what's going on. And so you will see a lot of us together here on TV just to give you information, okay? So the purpose is to make certain that you are well informed and able to make good decisions.
Yes.
So I thank you so very much for being and sharing.
Thank you.
And I thank everyone who's watching. I thank you so much for listening. I know sometimes I always hear that they're in between both things, but you can see us again on YouTube, or on Facebook. So Congo, I think on Facebook it might be under Congo Children's Corner. But we're all the same 190, so please look this up and encourage friends, send it to other people so that everybody has the information. And we'll see you next time with Butchie. Hey, Butch, hope you feel better. Hi, I'm Kim, and I am encouraging everyone who is watching to like and subscribe and support Congo Children's Corner on Facebook and YouTube. So in case you missed it, you got a lot going on, you want to replay and tell a friend, again, Congo Children's Corner is on YouTube and Congo Children's Corner is on Facebook. So please support.
Okay, and also I just want to mention that if you ever need information about any of our upcoming funeral services, please go to www.congofuneralhome.com. Again, that website address is www.congofuneralhome.com. You will be able to leave a condolence for the family. You will be able to see the upcoming services. So you can send flowers. You can send flowers right from our website. You can light a candle in memory of a loved one. But again, if you need more information, you can always call us at 652-8887. But if you just want to go to our website, it is www.congofuneralhome.com.
Hi, Cherry Congo again, and I just wanted to reiterate some of the services that we offer at our administrative office at 2904 West 2nd Street, in addition to, of course, making your funeral arrangements. If you have to get something notarized, we have 3 different notaries public on site, so come on over, give us a call first, of course, and let us know that you need something notarized. We'll be glad to take care of it. If you need something faxed, just come, give us a call again, and we'll be glad to fax something to wherever you would like. Any kind of services that we can accommodate for you, we're here for you, and we'll be glad to do it. So just remember us. Our telephone number is 302-652-8887. The email address is congofuneralhome@aol.com. Okay? See you soon.
Hi, I'm Kim, and I am a part of the Congo Funeral Home team. My part is to help people pre-plan their funerals. Congo Funeral Home has been serving the community for many years, and now I find myself being able to say that I have helped people pre-plan funerals for 30 years. I know I'm only 34, right? How can this be? But I have been helping the community pre-plan young, more mature, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. Every single person can pre-plan their funeral. And you can do it with a company that you know, that you trust, that's been here supporting you for many years. Many times families come in and they're having some difficulty, and I feel bad because I need to get to these places to help people understand that you can just take your time, make easy, low monthly payments, and not have the hardship at the time of death. So sometimes when someone passes, the pain is just overwhelming, and it's intensified by the fact that we have to figure out how we're going to pay. Well, we at Congo Funeral Home want to support you in every way possible, also by giving you options to prepay your funeral. There are no health questions that would disqualify you. There's no amount of money. We will work it out so that it happens for you. So please call me, 302-652-8887 or 218-8632. And I want you to know that I'm available to come talk to your church group, your community group, just your family if you like, because it's important that we get this information out to as many people as possible so we can help everyone feel the peace that some of us feel once we know that we're securely covered. So please give me a call and I will help. Hi, I'm Kim, and I am encouraging everyone who is watching to like and subscribe and support Congo Children's Corner on Facebook and YouTube. So in case you missed it, you got a lot going on, you want to replay and tell a friend, again, Congo Children's Corner is on YouTube and Congo Children's Corner is on Facebook. So please support.